How misinformation spreads online and how to protect yourself. Misinformation is false or inaccurate information that is intentionally or unintentionally spread online. It can have harmful consequences for individuals and society, such as undermining trust in science, democracy, and public health. But how does misinformation spread online, and how can we protect ourselves from it? One of the main factors that contributes to the spread of misinformation online is the algorithm. An algorithm is a set of rules or instructions that a computer program follows to perform a task, such as ranking, filtering, or recommending content. Many internet platforms, such as social media sites, search engines, and video streaming services, use algorithms to personalize the content that users see based on their preferences, interests, and behavior. This can create a filter bubble, which is a state of intellectual isolation that results from exposure to only information that confirms one's pre-existing beliefs or biases. For example, if a user likes or watches a video that claims that the Earth is flat or that reptilians are among us, the algorithm may show them more videos or links that support these claims, even if they are not true. This can create a positive feedback loop, which is a situation where an action or outcome reinforces itself through a chain of cause and effect. The more the user engages with the misinformation, the more the algorithm reinforces their exposure to it, and the more they believe it. This can also lead to confirmation bias, which is the tendency to search for, interpret, favor, and recall information in a way that confirms one's pre-existing beliefs or hypotheses. This process can also affect the people around the user who may be influenced by their opinions or actions. For instance, they may share the misinformation with their friends or family, who may also believe it or share it further. This can create a social contagion, which is the spread of ideas, attitudes, or behaviors through social networks. This can also lead to the 100th monkey effect, which is a phenomenon where a learned behavior spreads rapidly from one group to another once a critical number of members adopt it. As a result of these factors, we live in an age of disinformation, which is false or misleading information that is spread deliberately to deceive. Disinformation can have serious implications for our society, such as eroding trust in institutions, polarizing public opinion, inciting violence, or interfering with elections. Therefore, it is important to be aware of how misinformation spreads online and how to protect ourselves from it. One of the ways to protect ourselves from misinformation online is to think critically about the information that we encounter. We should not accept everything that we see or hear online as true, but rather question its source, motive, evidence, and logic. We should also check the facts and verify the information from multiple and reliable sources before we believe it or share it with others. Another way to protect ourselves from misinformation online is to broaden our perspective and expose ourselves to different viewpoints and sources of information. We should not rely on one platform or algorithm to provide us with all the information that we need, but rather seek out diverse and credible sources that challenge our assumptions and biases. We should also be open-minded and respectful of other people's opinions and perspectives, even if they differ from ours. A third way to protect ourselves from misinformation online is to educate ourselves and learn more about how algorithms work and how they affect our online experience. We should be aware of how algorithms personalize the content that we see and how they may create filter bubbles or echo chambers that limit our exposure to diverse and accurate information. We should also learn how to adjust our privacy settings and preferences on different platforms to control what information we share and receive. Finally, a fourth way to protect ourselves from misinformation online is to engage responsibly and participate in constructive and civil online discussions. We should not spread misinformation or disinformation ourselves, but rather report or flag it when we encounter it. We should also not engage in trolling, flaming, or cyberbullying, but rather communicate respectfully and empathetically with others online. Quote, "Algorithms are not your friends. Educate yourself and control your online experience. Don't let the algorithm fool you. Think critically and verify the facts. Misinformation is contagious. Engage responsibly and report or flag false or misleading content. Broaden your perspective and learn from different sources." Lena Kravitz. By following these steps, we can protect ourselves from misinformation online and contribute to a more informed and healthy online environment. By Lena Kravitz, Knowledge is Power.